Yes, I said it. Now is a good time to buy a house. Now, before you shoot me down, just hear me out. It may not be the best time for everyone, but if you fit in this category, you may benefit highly from purchasing a home now despite the higher interest rates. And let me tell you why. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living, sleeping, working, the good, the bad, and ugly about living in Jacksonville and the surrounding areas, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to tap the alerts bell so that you can be the first to know about what's going on in the market here in Jacksonville. Hi, my name is Greg and I get calls from people like you every day that are trying to relocate to the Jacksonville area, and I absolutely love it. So if you're planning to make a move in the next 9 days or 90 days, it doesn't matter. Shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. My information will be in the description below and we'll make your transition to the area a smooth one. So like I said, now is a good time to buy a home if you fit that specific category. And I'm not just preaching it, I'm actually living it, because my wife and I actually just purchased a vacation rental a couple weeks ago. And we'd been searching for this property for a couple years now, and we were consistently outbid and outpriced of every market we tried. We tried the Florida Panhandle, we tried the North Carolina mountains, and we ended up purchasing in Blue Ridge. Now again, we both work. We had planned this out for quite a while, so we had saved our money, and we had also had a mission that we were prepared for. So when the time came, which happened to be when the market shift from a seller's market to a buyer's market, we took advantage of that and we struck and found a very unique property at a very fair price. So we are super ecstatic because we found a cash flowing property that was kind of our dream vacation home, and we're gonna make some great memories there. But that's a whole nother video for itself. So, which brings me to the number one reason why now is a good time to buy, and that's because it has shifted from a seller's market to a buyer's market. So unless you've been living under a rock, you know that the market has shifted from a seller's market to a buyer's market. And that's purely because inventory has gone up, meaning the more supply, the more demand, less demand you have, or the more choices you have. So economics plays a factor in this, and we have a lot more resales than we did 6 months ago. We're starting to see more and more resales, up to 25% more resales than we did last year. On top of that, we have a lot of new construction that's still in play, especially here in Jacksonville. We have a lot of new communities building, a lot of new homes coming up. On top of that, we also have a lot of cancellations on those new construction homes. People that bought these new construction homes a year ago take a year to build. The homes are coming to completion, and they were pre-approved at a lower interest rate right now, and they no longer qualify. So now builders are also dealing with a lot of cancellations, some as much as 25%. So you have a lot of resale inventory. You have a lot of new construction to choose from, and then you also have a lot of cancellation homes on spec homes that are also available, which helps you as a buyer to make a choice and negotiate a deal. On top of that, you have resales where people are still holding on to the fact that their home is worth the same value as 6 months ago, which was a completely different market than now, and their home is sitting on the market longer. And you know, when your house sits on the market longer, it's only devaluing over time, because first of all, people are not taking you seriously because it's overpriced for the current market, or they think something's wrong with the home. So you're only doing yourself a disservice. And I try to reiterate to my sellers over and over again, we're in a very price sensitive market. It is imperative that you price your home correctly, because otherwise it will sit. In our circumstance, a little bit different because we are buying in a secondary market, a vacation market in a different market, Blue Ridge, Georgia. And the house was overpriced, and the house on top of that needed work. So a double whammy against the seller. So we were able to negotiate a very good deal, as much as I think over $100,000 less than their original ask price. Now, again, that's a very particular circumstance, but I will tell you that even though I'm a broker, I hired a real estate professional that knew and understood that market and had a lot of experience through the up and down markets of years and years of experience, and was able to help me negotiate a really good deal. So it's imperative, and I say this over and over again, to have good real estate professional representation, because it will benefit you in the long run. But I digress. Going back to the whole factor of my situation, it was different. It was a secondary market. It was Georgia. We're in Florida, and I would tell you that people are still moving to Florida every day. All the folks that were looking for a change after the pandemic, whether it's something to do with their family, their job, taxes, politics, whatever it is, the Florida migration occurred, and a lot of people were not able to find homes because they were being outbid. Those people are still trickling into Florida every day. Not to mention, a lot of companies moved to Florida, specifically Miami, Tampa, and here in Jacksonville, creating a lot of opportunities for people to move jobs to this area. So it's a little bit different here because we still have people moving to Florida every day. Transactions are still happening every day, despite the increase in interest rates. Which brings me to the second reason why now is a good time to purchase in this market. I'm going to address the big giant elephant in the room, which is interest rates. So yes, interest rates. Again, everybody's circumstance is different depending on the person, but as of filming this, you'll see interest rates between 5.5% and in some cases a little bit over 6% for a conventional loan. So dependent on your circumstance, if you're a retiree and you're sitting on cash and you don't have to take out a mortgage, or you're not taking out a mortgage on your next home, you have lots of options with plenty of inventory, whether it be a resale that's been on the market a while, or a new construction home, a new construction cancellation home, a new construction speculative home that needs to be sold with lots of incentives through the builder. Now could be a really good opportunity to find the home that you would like at a great deal. Even if you're taking out a partial mortgage and you have a lot of equity from your previous home that you sold at the height of the market a year ago, now is a great opportunity to purchase a home. And if you have a lower mortgage, even at 6%, as long as you're planning to stay in the home at least 5 to 7 years, then now would be a good opportunity for you to purchase a home. And you'll be able to refinance it in a few years. Now, talking to veteran lenders in the banking industry that have been around for decades, they told me that the new normal will be more like 4.5% to 5.5%, and that we will never see 2.3% interest rates on a conventional loan again. Now, I'd like to be optimistic and hope that's not the case, but I'm not going to wait around to see if that ever happens again. So, time in the market, we always say, the expression is, it's like trying to catch falling knives. Not a game I like to play. So, when we bought our investment property, which was a secondary property and interest rates were higher, we were able to lock in at 6%, which we were super happy with, because when my wife and I bought our first home, we actually were happy to have 6.25% when we closed on that home, and we ended up refinancing in the 5s. So if you buy now, negotiate a good deal. It's all relative, because when the rates do start to go down again, you can refinance that home. Again, if you're gonna be in the home for the next 5 to 7 years. So everybody's circumstance is different. It's just dependent on you and your current situation. What leads me to my final point, why now is a good time to buy a home. And my question is, what is your circumstance and what's the alternative? Are you currently renting, paying high rent for an apartment or a smaller home that you would usually live in? Are you putting you and your family's life on hold because you're focusing so much energy on finding a new home rather than focusing on the more important things in life? What are you waiting for? And if you are thinking about this every day, then maybe it's time to move forward and get it done so that you can focus on the more important things in your life, such as your family life and your work life, or whatever that may be for you. So I really hope that you found this video encouraging. There's just a lot of negative media out there, and I am an optimist. I do believe that it's really important to make the right decision for you. But I will say there is opportunity out there, I know, because I've taken advantage of it currently. And if I can be of any help, or if you have any questions, hit me up. Like I said, whether you're trying to move in 9 days, 90 days, I have people that are still waiting after a year. That's fine. There's no pressure at all. I would just love to be a resource for you so that you can make the right decisions for you and your family. So I hope to see you around town, and check out one of my next videos.